as well. If you do not allow me to defend myself, that is murder. It's an attack, pure and simple.
Where self-defense ends, the killing starts. Well, the time for killing is drawing to an end. We must rethink the reasons of continued murder!
Our revolution is but half over. We leave it as it is, and we dig our own graves. The royalty of this land are still casting shadows on our cause, and this degenerate class must be wiped from the face of the earth, and vice, the bastard brother of the monarchs, must be punished. Only through terror can virtue rule.
Punishment. Well, this word is deafening to me. Robespierre and his virtue. You are the standard by which we are to measure goodness? Robespierre takes no money, has no debts, never drinks or fucks, dresses with utter modesty. I'm appalled at you, Robespierre.
Your words cast no shame on me.
Aren't you ashamed to live as you do? Oh, I would never live as you do in limbo, not in heaven or earth or hell. You live in such purity, only to enjoy the pleasure of finding others less virtuous than yourself. Robespierre, isn't there something deep inside of you that whispers secretly, sin, sin? Or a hushed voice that lifts you out of your tranquil peace saying, you lie, Robespierre. You lie.
My conscience is crystal clear.
Only monkeys torment themselves in front of mirrors debating their conscience. Every man finds pleasure in whatever way he wishes. No one should change or interfere with the pursuit. You have no right to use the guillotine as a place to hang people's dirty laundry. Or you can't judge them by how clean their undergarments are. But then the right to be as one pleases. It's none of your business how people treat each other, or in what they find pleasure in. You have no right to place people in the grave. Oh, I know you are God's policeman. Well, no. Perhaps you are God's eyes here on earth. When evil occurs, cover your eyes.
So you deny virtue?
Yes! And vice, too! All men are hedonists. Some are crude. Some are sensitive. This is the only difference between all men. Man must follow his nature, to do what is good for him. The incorruptible Robespierre. The incorruptible. Well, you must be in such agony that we keep stepping on your corn so.
Danton. In times of turmoil, vice and all its entrails can be considered high treason.
Well, you can't stop it. It's unfair. If you kill these men who are full of vice, the strength of the revolution would be eliminated. Besides, innocent and guilty dying would mark you in history as a fiend who only thirsted for blood.
And who in his right mind would say that an innocent man has been attacked or accused?
Well, did you hear that, Philippo? Not an innocent man has been attacked or accused. Let us put this notion before the people. I trust you will keep your word, not an innocent man will be attacked or accused.
Go, Danton! You think you can calm this stallion, this revolution? Go to your brothel, find your answers there. They will be your executioners. My corns. He speaks in my terms. Stop! Stop! The people will chant his name. The histories will say that I lived in his shadow and never saw the light of the sun. Well, what if they're right? It is necessary to end vice! just as dangerous as one who would try and stop the oncoming masses. No. Either way, the people in their thundering masses will trample him like a rat in the streets. This galleon, this great revolution will not be steered into the mud banks of the people's scruples. Anyone who does not advance our cause must die. No virtue. Virtue, my thorns have more virtue than his entire body. And yet always, everyone, same attack. All fingers pointing to this bloody place, no matter how they try to cover it, or tie it, or stop its pulse. Just keep pushing through to fill you to the point of eruption. Night has its breath upon my face. The world is in the rushes of the night. A swirling of thoughts, desires and dreams, they merge into shapeless forms. But they all hide at the edges of light and darkness. Step all fully into the brothel of dreams, and they descend upon me, making me half flesh, half ethereal. My lips tremble. My body has a fever as it waits for this clearer dream, we sleepwalk. The sun breaks our fever, and this real world becomes dreamlike. But here we must bring things to completion. So we long to live in our dream world, where we may perform a multitude of acts in an hour, where our sluggish bodies move as those who are thick mud. My sins live only in my mind, and yet my body rears to convert these thoughts to action. It is a sin, it is a whim, a gamble, a village. Assassins! Come out of the shadows! Who is there? Help me!
Do you know my voice?
Saint-Just. Yes, of course.
You're alone.
No, yes, Danton just left.
I know. I saw him on the way over here. He was in the street. He had on his revolutionary face, stern yet ever so charismatic. The whores and pimps clustered at his feet. He stirs the people with his words. The time is now. We must act, or you will lose your advantage. If you delay any longer, the committee will act without you.
What is it you want of me?
Summon all the committees to one meeting place.
All very formal.
He must be buried in full prestige. No limbs ripped to pieces, as we did our king's body.
Explain, your words are dense.
Bury him in full regalia, full set of armor, dog at his feet, horses and slaves entombed with him. Lacroix,
A complete fool, and now Lieutenant General of France. Who else?
Philippot, and Camille.
What, her too?
Here, read this.
Her pamphlet. Love you, Cordier. Is that all? Camille is a child. She makes fun of everyone.
Read it.
A bloody messiah is Robespierre. He has an army. Our female citizens kneel at his feet and polish his guillotine. His beloved apostle is Saint-Just, who carries his words to the convention. That apocalyptic message is bellowed from that monstrous head.
I'll have her head in a basket.
Together they hope to bring France to its republic. His general, Ferrer, has a talent for seeing death in people's eyes. He, along with his new partner, Robespierre, love the smell of dead bodies. Here, I've read it now. Camille. You too. Well, only the dead have no say in what happens in the revolution. Ready the indictments.
Yes.
I want them to fear me.
They already do.
How soon?
Soon, you've set the wheels in motion. Forgers will feed them. Foreigners will buy the wine, and for these sins, they will die. I promise you.
Hurry then. No longer linger death. In the past 3 months, I've grown sensitive. Hurry. Go do your job. bloody Messiah. Yeah. But I do not sacrifice my own blood. He redeemed men through his blood. I redeemed them through their own blood. They sinned against him. I punished the sin. He suffered. He had that pleasure. I swallowed my torment. Which one of us has denied himself most, you or I? It's laughable. But why must we always turn to you? Don't we all share in the pain of your crucifixion? Haven't we all gone through our own garden of Gethsemane? Yes. But we do not offer redemption through our wounds. My dear Camille, you are on the other side now.
Danton, we must hurry.
Time is a passion without end. Every day, we duplicate the last. How boring. Yesterday, our ancestors did the same, and our future generations will do. We are two halves that mimic each other. We are ultimately the same. How sad.
Your family as a child might a moment of importance.
Death brings on the fears of a child, along with those babblings.
This waiting game is your Armageddon. You bring the rest of us along with you. Start. Let the revolution rekindle its flame, but by your hand. Make cries that will bring the hordes to your side. Challenge the tyranny of the committee. Speak of Brutus. Call the people to arms. Danton, let your anger fill the night. At least let's not die unarmed. Thrown to the ground like children.
You called me a dead saint just a day ago. I'm an old icon, and old icons are thrown away with each new day.
You let things get this far? You could have stopped this.
I'm glad things have gotten this crazy. Given myself a no-win situation. Jacobins have declared that virtue is now their agenda. We are their main targets. The followers, Robespierre, call me his executioner. Grand Committee is still doing penance. Convention was our last hope. Too many of them remember the attempted coup d'etat. Robespierre is the dogma of the revolution. He can't be taken out, no matter what. It wouldn't work. We did not make this revolution. This revolution made us.
Do you want to die?
No more killing for me! Even if it means going to the guillotine, we should sit and talk peace. Someone made a mistake when they made us. We lack something. I can't tell you what, but we will die. No one will know what it is. We are twisted alchemists.
If you could add a touch of sadness, we might be able to sell it. When will this end? This urge to devour ourselves, to drink the blood, and us to our brothers. How many deaths will end this carnage?
You are the perfect shadow.
Robespierre loves me, so you should stay close to me. Pistol shot is just as loud as a thunderclap.
And our motherland will go with the hangman.
So what? The people will enjoy each murder. The last man will laugh loudly when he kills himself. They realize that death will come, whether it is a fever, a guillotine, or old age. Well, to die by an executioner is the best. You go there young, your limbs are healthy, you control them instead of dying helpless. Well, to stand there in front of people, gesticulating as we do, those of us that live on the stage, even if we die at the end.
We're too young to die.
Well, it's even fitting that life should end sooner. It seems at times that it's obviously too long. Well, isn't it better to drink gallons of liquor, little toddies at nap time? Or to sing 50 or 60 choruses, then read one and lose one's breath? But ultimately, dear friends, I am tired of the effort that life takes. The trouble is way beyond my reach.
Run. Leave now. Save yourself.
No, not for me. I can't take my country with me. remember. The most important thing to remember is they won't dare. Come with me, and I'll tell you why they won't.
He's leaving!
He doesn't believe for a minute that he's safe. He's lazy. He'd sooner die than make a speech.
So what do we do?
Go home. Contemplate the swiftest way to end your own troubles. The end is near. Find an honorable way to escape this world.
Da, da, da.